put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, welcome back this morning to the Tobago Updates morning show. Now, just before we get into our final interview for this morning, we just want to take a quick backtrack here with concerning our birthdays. So Marlon Calendar celebrates his birthday today, and we did celebrate him a little earlier on to start the program. But his wife, she sent in another picture, and I think the guys may or may not have that one there. But she sent in another picture, and she wants a special one. So this special birthday greeting, Marlon, is coming to you from your lovely wife, and this is from Melissa. That's right, Melissa Calendar. She says, "Pleasant good morning. Could you wish my husband the happiest birthday ever, coming from his beautiful family?" So Marlon, birthday greetings going out to you specifically from Melissa and the entire beautiful family that you have. So love going out to you guys. So Melissa, you got a good guy out there, girl. All right. Now, viewers, we are talking this morning. We're chatting this morning with my very good friend, Andrew Smith. He's the owner, designer of Precision Cuts Tailoring. And we're talking this morning because Precision Cut Tailoring had just completed some short course programs, and their graduation is coming up over the weekend. But we're going to get some insight into the mind behind the Precision Cuts and Tailoring, and you know, where this gentleman really came from to be doing all this excellent work that he's putting out here in Tobago, Trinidad, and beyond. Good morning and welcome to Andrew Smith.
Good morning, Rhea. Thank you for having me this morning.
It is really nice to be able to chat with you. And let me start this morning by asking you, when did all of this start? Because I've known you for a number of years, all right? And then all of a sudden we saw social media lighting up with your work. But where did your tailoring skills first start?
Well, like I said in my previous interview, it started at age 14, right? I realized that I had a natural ability, but also knew that I had to find someone to help me enhance that natural ability, to refine it and turn it into a business. Right. I started at age 14, and I pursued it from there all through high school, and up until today, I am now imparting knowledge and sharing my experience with others.
All right, and I see up on the screen here some of your work is being displayed. So when you started back then, of course, you were not doing suits.
No.
Who were you sewing for at the time?
I did a lot of female work, persons who would work in government offices and stuff like that, uniforms, sports clothing and stuff like that. Right. I only started suit like about 7 years ago.
Right.
Right. I followed this guy on Instagram. I saw his work on Instagram, Professor Andrew Ramu. And I started, following his work. I realized that, I still have a whole lot to learn when I saw his work. And I reached out to him. And we had conversations via social media. And I eventually got into a training program that he had in 2020. And I was able to, enhance even further the knowledge that I had.
All right. Now talk to us about the short courses that you would have run quite recently, and what were the areas of focus for your students or for the participants?
Right. Well, we started off with female pants making. Right. I started off with 8 trainees, and shortly after that we went into male pants, and then from there we went into jacket coat making.
All right.
We also did some dressmaking as well.
Right. And how many participants were a part of the course?
In total, we have 16 participants, with one person doing 3 out of the 4 courses that I offered.
All right. Now, pants, female pants and male pants, 2 different cuts?
Yeah, totally, 2 different cuts.
And look at that. All right. Now, we've got some other photos there, and I'm hoping we can run them really quickly. These and some of the work that the participants did, some of the process, the training process. And this is you made this from Pants to jacket.
Yes, it's called bespoke tailoring, right?
It's called
bespoke.
bespoke.
Bespoke tailoring, right? That's where you buy the fabric, right? You don't use any pattern, right? You don't like buy a pattern and transfer the pattern to the fabric. That's where you measure the person, right? You could draft straight on the fabric if you want, if you have enough experience to draft directly on the fabric, or you could create a pattern for the person, right? So you're starting from
based on their body.
Based on the body type, you're building the suit from 0 to 100 from scratch. It's called bespoke tailoring.
Bespoke tailoring. And I want to go back to that previous picture there, where we saw one of the participants. Yeah, one of the participants. And this is one of your participants.
This is trainees work you're looking at here, right? It looks just like mine, right?
Yes.
And I feel so happy when I saw the end result of what the trainees did in the training program, right? And I am looking forward to continuing this program from next year. From next year March, we'll be continuing the jacket, coat, pants making, dress making, as well.
All right. Were there participants who knew nothing about sewing, or did they have some background knowledge, some skills, something?
Well, they all had background knowledge. For something like jacket making, it could be complicated, right? So I recommend that persons who wanted to do the jacket making course, especially, you need to have some knowledge, some foreknowledge on
some
sewing.
Sewing experience.
Yes, that is important for jacket coat making.
All right.
You need to understand how to use the machine, how to use your tools, how to measure and stuff like that. This is not something that a novice could just jump right into and come out of. Right, it will take a whole lot from the trainer. So it's always better to have trainees that have foreknowledge on sewing if they want to get into this jacket making course.
Okay, and you did indicate a little while ago that you want to continue with these courses. When would be the next cycle?
Next cycle starts in March 2024. The exact date will be announced soon, so that persons could prepare themselves, to jump into the course. So.
And how long does it go for?
The jacket, it will be a 1 year, 9 months. It start from March and go straight down to December.
Okay.
Right, and within that period, you'll be learning both the jacket and the pants.
All right, and tell us now about the graduation. The graduation exercise that's coming up this weekend.
Yeah, well, I am really excited about the graduation, because we're coming out to celebrate and to to come together and talk about all the hard work that we would have put in over the past 2 years, because we started in 2021 and we completed 4 courses by December of 2022. Right, so the Chief Secretary will be gracing us with his presence at the graduation, along with a few other assemblymen, like Dr. Faith and Pastor Baines, supposed to be there. Zia Hackett is also supposed to be there. So they are coming out to celebrate with us and to support what we are doing for fashion in Tobago here. All
right, now these are also persons who you would have done work for.
Yes, not all of them, but yeah, I did work for Fali, of course, with Zia, and I also did some work for Dr. Faith as well.
Okay. All right. So is this an open graduation exercise for persons to come out, support, and to see what you have been doing for fashion in Tobago?
Well, this one would not be open for the entire public to come in.
Right.
Right? But the graduates are allowed to bring one person along. Right, because it's 16 persons, they're allowed to bring one person along with, other persons will be there as well.
So it's a very small setting?
It's a small setting, right? Okay. Maybe for the next one, we could do something bigger.
Right.
Maybe a fashion symposium and graduation in one,
All right. Yeah. And Andrew, how can persons contact Precision Cut Tailoring?
Right, you could reach me on Instagram and Facebook at Andrew John Smith. Right, you could also contact me direct through phone call or WhatsApp at 6219.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And where are you located? Is it West End, Scarborough, East End?
East, I'm located in the east, that's in the Pembroke area.
That's right.
But we want to we did the first training program in the Pembroke area, right? I am thinking about bringing it closer to Scarborough, or maybe in Scarborough itself, where persons who are coming from like Crown Point and Mariah and all those places make it easier for them, right? Because in Pembroke, we have persons who travel from Mariah, from Charlottesville, all parts of Tobago, because they've seen something that they want and they don't mind traveling the distance to get that thing.
That's right. Great things come from the East. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you so much for chatting with us this morning, Andrew John Smith of Precision Cut Tailoring. Viewers, we're going to leave it there. We want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. We've got GMT coming up with Chanel Felix, and we've also got Tobago Notes. So we head on over. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.